Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Our first adventure of 2024. We are starting it off with a bang. On today's episode, we're just gonna be doing a little solo adventure vlog. I actually don't really know what we've got planned, but we always know what's the first rule of Fight Club, i.e. the first rule of traveling with Feeny. We get his energy out. So we have started on a beautiful hike. He is now playing with a rock, sorry. That energy we talked about, still not out. We are on Sun Valley Mine. Okay, buddy. One sec. We're starting today with just a little solo adventure vlog of a day. I actually don't really know everything we're gonna get into because the weather is a little bit hit or miss. So we are staying at Jacob Lake Inn, and I will definitely give you a tour of that a little bit later. But when I left this morning, it was a snowstorm. So there's not like snow on the ground really, but it was a full-on snowstorm. So we came about 30 minutes south, more towards Marble Canyon area, to do the Sun Valley Mine hike. So this is a 2.4-mile hike, so not bad at all, with a nice little like 600-foot elevation gain. The All Trails reviews were hilarious on this. They were like, meh. I want to know how jaded by life you are if this is meh. It's beautiful. So it does follow an old Jeep road, but it's a great incline and a nice workout. So it's absolutely beautiful. There is a mine at the end that we're gonna go explore after here, but I thought I would say hi first. So we're gonna continue to get his energy out, but I'm gonna explore this area because there's a sign here that says caution, mine features. And as you can see, I'm by an old vehicle, looks like an old Ford. Explore this a little bit before we head back to the mine. We made it to Sun Valley Mine, which is a vertical shaft. I actually didn't do any research on this before coming here, so I'll try to do a little research on how deep it is and what they were actually looking for or mining here, and I'll put that on the screen. Beautiful, beautiful hike, really cool. Something that's unique to Arizona mines, I think, versus Colorado mines is I didn't see any hint that there was a mine here till like right on the mine, where in Colorado you see it for miles. It continues to wash down, I think, because of all the rain. Here we have flash floods, so it probably takes it way further and doesn't kind of sprinkle it, or there just wasn't as big of structures. So we've explored around. It does look like you can go a little further up, but TBH, Arizona mines freak me out. Colorado doesn't. I think it's because I know the death and destruction that happened on a lot of this land to make mining happen. And so there's just an extra like little creepy vibe to Arizona mines. And I'm not a creepy vibe person, so like I don't freak myself out, but I'm a little freaked out. So I think we're gonna head back out. It's been a beautiful hike, but this mine is like kind of back tucked in a little, and yeah, I'm a little freaked out, so we're gonna get out here. I definitely may or may not, with a very strong emphasis on may, have ran down. And even though I'm a trail runner, I don't run downhill. But I feel fine. The second we passed the Jeep road, like the gate, that feeling went away. So, something about that canyon. But we're gonna eat our snack. Candy cane JoJo's, 10 out of 10. I wanted to eat it up there, but alas, it was still a beautiful hike. Glad I did it, but definitely creepy. Very, very creepy. So we're gonna head back up the mountain. I think I want to check out the piece of the AZT up there, get some more hiking in, with not a side of terror. No, I wasn't really terrified. Gosh, I probably just sound like a lunatic, but it happens. So drop a comment if you've ever like been scared on a hike or had just like this feeling that you weren't supposed to be somewhere, so that I don't feel so weird. But it's pretty cold, but I still want to get up. I want to play in the snow. I have no idea what that noise just was. So we're gonna eat our snack. We're gonna head up. I'm gonna stop rambling and we'll see you up there. All right, we drove about 30 minutes from where we were back up towards Jacob Lake, and we are now at the trailhead for the AZT. So we're just gonna get a few more miles here, play in the snow that's on the ground, and just kind of enjoy being outside in the pines in the crisp, cold weather. And yeah, well, let's go. Good boy, you got a rock? You do, okay. Strike that, reverse. We're gonna go north. On all trails, I can't find the south trail to see if it's dog friendly. And I know the north trail is, but this south trail goes towards the Grand Canyon, so I don't know if it crosses the boundary anytime soon, and I just don't wanna like break a rule and have a dog on a trail. Even though there's nobody out here, I'm a rule follower. So we're gonna go north because I 100% know that portion of the AZT is dog friendly. So let's go. We are back in the car. It actually started sleeting on us. So we only got a little over 2 miles in, but that's just fine because Fiends' feet are also recovering from some just allergens and licking his feet a lot, so they're not 100%. So I didn't want to push him too much in the snow anyways. We had a outdoor picnic planned for lunch, but you know, I have this cozy room with heat, and I think we're gonna do it inside because it's still sleeting right now. And that just doesn't sound fun. And I'm all for do it for the gram, but also having fun. And why waste a cozy room? So we're gonna head back to the hotel. I'm gonna get a special snack first, and then we will meet you in the room, and we're gonna have a little picnic and warm up inside. We are back in the room. We have a little charcuterie board with some pretzel bread, some apple chips, some summer sausage, some olives, and of course, the fondue. This is just Trader Joe's fondue. Really awesome. It did take forever to heat up in the jet boil. This is just for aesthetics. And because it's just more fun to dip it out of here. But definitely glad we came back to the room. 10 out of 10 decision there. Because it started sleeting and the wind kicked up. So got the heat up high. We are warming up, drying off. We're just gonna enjoy the fondue and some Christmas movies. And then we're probably gonna go out and play in the snow a little bit, do a little walk around here and explore, and we will bring you along. A little summer sausage? Good summer sausage, huh? 10 out of 10. Always a captive audience when there's food. He will never ever take it from me. Like, I could leave this whole plate of summer sausage on the bed and he wouldn't take it. But oh, will he look at me while I eat? Huh. And don't you worry, he just ate a second breakfast, a lunch, a dinner, something like that. All right, we are warmed up, we are fed, and we are getting ready to bundle up. I'm gonna put my real winter coat on, and I am going to grab my gloves so that we can go across the street and play in the snow, but also so we can check out the campground that's around here, because I've never really hung out in the immediate vicinity. So we're gonna wander around, check it out, and we're gonna come back on property and show you guys around, because this is a really cool property and I would love to show you around, show you the layout. So let's bundle up and we're gonna head out to play in the snow. We popped over to the campground, checked it out. Honestly, wasn't super impressed with a lot of the spaces. Some of them are very strange and very tight and very confusing as how they would actually be spaces, but some of them were pretty good. So it's a possibility to stay for like a day or two just while I explore the roads around here to figure out what I can get my teardrop to. I'm very used to exploring and camping up here without it, and where I camp, I couldn't get the teardrop to. So it was good to explore it, check it out, and I just found this pathway just right outside the campground that looks like it's lit, probably during the summer. It's got lights every once in a while. Great little pathway that goes down through the woods. So we're just exploring that, gonna find a patch of snow to play in, but I can only imagine how great this place is with community and bonfires and like group camping and people who are doing big epic North Rim or Rim to Rim adventures. This would just be such a great spot. I think it would just be so much fun. Like, this seems like an area that would just be fun to hang out with a really big group of people. And just, yeah, just have it as a base camp for all your adventures. So we're just gonna keep exploring this awesome little path, see where it takes us. Alright, so we are done exploring. We are back over to the inn, so let me show you around. First thing you see when you pull off of 89 onto 67, which is the road to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, the GoPro battery died, so I had to go grab a new one. So let's try this again. So the first thing that you see when you pull off of 89 and SR 67, which is the road to the north rim of the Grand Canyon, is Jacob Lake Lodge, gift shop, and then the dining area is here as well. So they're really known for their world famous cookies, their thick shakes and ice cream. Because they are off of the AZT, this is definitely a spot people stop. If you do rim to rim, people also stop here for treats. And there's a full restaurant, but this time of year it is closed. So they just have their like cafe open, which has their full menu, but during specific times. So it's only open a couple hours each day versus the whole day where the restaurant would be. So this main building, like I said here, houses the lodge and the cafe, gift shop, and all of that fun stuff. So let's head to the back of the property, which is where the rest of the lodging is. If you've ever been to the north rim of the Grand Canyon and didn't notice the lodge, you definitely notice the Chevron, because it is one of the few gas stations that is here, but not the only one. So if you go through this little area, you can find an awesome little walkway. So once you've made it to the back of the property, you have 3 lodging types. There's cabins, a motel, and a hotel. The motel is dog friendly for an extra $45 per pet. The hotel is not dog friendly, and I actually haven't ever checked on the cabins. I need to check on those. The amenities in each also differ. So the motel wasn't supposed to have TV and Wi-Fi, and it does, but I know the cabins do not. The hotel absolutely has TVs and Wi-Fi. One thing to note, they do not have coffee makers in the room. And this time of year, the lodge does not open till 8 a.m. Luckily, I knew, so I brought my jet boil. And that's how I made coffee on the stoop outside of the motel. So let's show you around the cabins first though. Cabins are all amongst this meandering nature trail, which is super pretty. They all have their own little balconies, patios, I guess. So this is a fun feature. It's like a little porch, and it actually overlooks. This is a water feature in the summer. How fun is that? I bet just to sit here and hear the running water and all the different campers' voices in the heat of the day. Really beautiful. So there are a couple different types of cabins from what I can tell. This one has 3, this one has 2, and then there's a single one down here. So I think there's probably a bunch of different layouts, and I would check it out online just to see what would fit best for your family. So this property has been in the same family for about 100 years from what I read, and at the very back of the property it looks like maybe this is where they live or where they stay while they're here. There's a bunch of trailers. I do know they also bring kids here, like high schoolers and college kids, to work in the summer. You'll often catch that there are just a ton of really young kids, and I think it's such a great experience because they treat them like family, and then they also take them on adventures. So I'm gonna assume possibly in the summer some of these are for them. And then there's also a white building I'll show you in a second that I think is probably like a dormitory for them as well. So this is the hotel, and from what I have read and see online, it just looks like a nicer version of the motel, with just nicer furniture, a little more amenities, and it is not dog friendly. This is the back of the hotel property. So there are ones that face in to the woods and away from the main area as well, and then overlooks these two. It's a pretty interesting property because I would assume it's hard to get resources and materials up here. This is pretty similar to towns in Colorado as well. So it's like a hodgepodge of things, and you can tell they keep everything around because they might need it and they might not be able to get it here. And I've always loved that about like small mountain towns because they just reuse everything and nothing goes to waste. So the hodgepodge to some may look dilapidated. To me, it's just part of like being in a small mountain town, and resources are hard to come by. I need to orient you a little bit because I'm going all over the place. Here is the hotel. I'm in the motel block that's in the middle, and then you can see the cabins, and then there's the lodge all the way in the front. And if you see this white building right here, I believe that is the dormitories for the kids who work here in the summer. And last but not least, we have the motel block, which there's 8 rooms, and it does look like there might be a laundry room on the end, or they're making another room. It's under construction. And here is what the motel rooms look like. We're back in the room. We're gonna settle in. It is about 5 o'clock, so the sun is gonna set. And honestly, I really like my winter adventures for this reason. In the summer, and definitely my Colorado adventures, I'm like go, go, go from, 5 a.m. to like 9 p.m. And, it's because I have daylight. And if I have daylight, I'm out there, I'm exploring. And so I kind of like these, it gets dark by like 5:30 and it doesn't get light till around 7:30 because it really forces me to slow down, cozy in, the end of the year, new year, setting goals and just reflecting and writing in my journal and really just taking the time to be is something that I really struggle with. And these end of year, like winter adventures, new year, winter adventures really help me to just settle in, reflect, set goals, set intentions for the year. So that is what we're going to do tonight. I've got a face mask, I've got a hot cider and fireball, and I also have some more wassail left from a brewery, and we're just gonna chill. I've got some Christmas movies that I'm gonna pop on the TV, and yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy it and slow down. This time of year is what it's just all about for me. It's just slowing down. And I could not be happier to be doing it here. I actually think maybe I want to come back next year. Fun note, I have this property completely to myself. Last night, one person checked into the hotel around 8. Their car came in, and they were gone by the time I woke up at 5:30. Other than that, this property is empty, which sounds like it would be really eerie, but actually it's just really peaceful. So the cars that are out front, I'm pretty sure the people who work here, or maybe there is 1 or 2 people staying at the lodge, but as you saw, that's kind of a ways away from me. So I really do just have the back all to myself, and it's been really cool and just really peaceful. And thankfully, I'm a person that can watch horror movies camping, and they don't bother me, because I said to a friend that I was here, like, and I had the property alone, and they were like, "That's a horror movie. Like, are you okay?" Like, yeah, I'm fine. 1, I have him, and I'm not worried, but 2, I feel completely safe. So, anywho, I just digress. I'm gonna go take a shower, and we'll just catch up when we're done for the evening, and we'll let you know what we're up to next. Right, we are freshly bathed, feeling fresh and clean. I've got a face mask. I've got hot cider with Fireball. Got a Christmas movie ready to go, and we are just gonna chill for the rest of the evening. I might eat dinner. I don't know. I have it with me, but I don't think I'm meant to eat cheese for lunch. Yeah, I don't think I'm meant to eat cheese for lunch. It was actually also a late lunch, but yeah. I think we might just stick with the cider, sparkly water, and call it an evening. But I hope you enjoyed hanging out with us today. I've absolutely loved just having you along for this solo adventure day. This is what it's like. Sometimes we have big epic plans, and other days it's go with the flow and just enjoy. And I'll be honest, I'm starting to like these adventures a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, my big adventures still have their place, but there's something special about just going with the flow and watching Feeny really enjoy life, and just enjoying those small and big moments with him. So I hope you enjoyed today. I loved having you along, and I will see you guys on the next adventure. Cheers. Sign of a good day.